Just one day before the last one, and the students, members of the crew, after 8 races in the last 2 days, have to give it all despite their fatigue. Everything is still possible for all crews as long as they keep fighting for a place between the winners. At the first race of the day, a day with a shifty weather, all sailors were stressful, something that was obvious near the starting line. Many boats risk a false start. When the start signal was given, the Swiss team, along with the defenders, took the lead masterfully, while a few other boats were on course side. Which ones will be disqualified by the race officer? Sailing is full of changes, so it was Team French with an excellent strategy that managed to get first and with a safe lead. This crew sure knows how to be fast and ride the big waves like the pros. During downwind, it maintained its lead, placing themselves between the buoy and their rivals because of the shifty weather. Very close behind, the Swiss were passionately chasing them. They're getting better and better with every race, and they seem to be ready for the podium. Will they be there tomorrow? The Irish were a really close third, although they had a bad start. Behind them, the Americans, with an excellent dropping of the spinnaker, rounded the mark, sailing to the limit, while the rest of the fleet had another crowded rounding. The Swiss maintained second place ahead of the Americans, the English, and the Irish. But the stormy weather would not let them enjoy a victory. Heavy, windless rain prevailed during downwind. The Swiss tried to keep the spinnaker up, while the English were overtaking the rivals one by one. They're in good shape and determined to get a medal. How far will they go? While the rain was getting heavier every minute, the Swiss had a crowded rounding with the Irish and the defenders. With 6 boats fighting for third place, anything was still possible. The French still had the lead, with the British not even 3 meters behind. This is really an exciting sailing. During the second race, the wind reached 15 knots. The French had a bad start, while the Swiss gave their best to take the lead over their rivals. Sailing at the Student Yachting World Cup is full of suspense and passion. 15 one-design boats competing to their limits for the prestigious trophy. Everybody wants to know who will cheer at the end. Finally, the French had to tack while the Irish lost precious ground after halyard damage. But both crews turned out to be really lucky. The rest of the fleet headed to the left side, a not-so-wise decision that cost them precious meters and kept them behind. The wind was getting stronger, so the crews were trying to hike more and gain speed. The Norwegians are doing a great job. Once again, it was the French team that got the lead. They're performing both masterful tactics and handling and deserve the gold. They managed to round the top mark first and maintained their lead until the end. The Irish got third, although they had a serious damage at the start of the race. Well done. The boats finished the coastal race around 1700 hours and returned to port. Let's have a look at the final results after 10 races. It seems that Team France will celebrate the gold. The question is, who will be second? The Irish and the British teams will have some close-up battles with the defenders for the second and third position tomorrow. Last day of a very exciting 31st Student Yachting World Cup.